Hey taxpayers, it's Tiffany Gonzalez CPA here, founder and CEO of Accounting to Scale. And today I'm back with another video as it relates to investing. In this video, I want to talk about the 6 types of stocks you can invest in. So if you're brand new to investing or a savvy investor, tune in and let's get your investing IQ up. The first type of stock I want to talk about are called blue chip stocks. These are long-lasting, dependable companies that have been around forever. They have dependable earnings, and sometimes they pay a dividend as well. They're usually the market leader within their industry, and they have a large market capitalization, which basically means they're a really large company. Because they're such a household name, they don't necessarily see a ton of growth year after year, but they're super dependable on having earnings. Some examples of blue chip stocks might be IBM, or Coca-Cola. The second type of stock I want to talk to you about is growth stocks. These are the ones that are always in the news. There's always something happening with them. They're trying to launch a new product or they're expanding into a new business. They typically do not pay dividends because they're constantly reinvesting any earnings they do get right back into the company. When you're investing in growth stocks, you're banking on the fact that they're going to grow at an extremely high rate over the next few years, and your gain will be the capital gain. A common example of a growth stock might be Amazon or Netflix. The third type of stock I want to tell you about is dividend stocks. These are companies that year after year consistently pay dividends, and usually high dividends. We typically see that an older investor will invest in dividend stocks because they have a lower risk, they don't have as much volatility as a growth stock does, and they consistently pay out a dividend which an older investor lives off of. Examples of dividend stocks are AT&T or Johnson & Johnson. The fourth type of stock is a cyclical stock. These are stocks that are affected by the macroeconomic changes within our economy. Basically, cyclical stocks go through the same cycle our economy does: expansion, peak, recession, recovery. Cyclical stocks typically are consumer discretionary items. These are things that people purchase when the economy is booming, but they pull back on when the economy isn't doing so well. So some examples might include the car industry, the travel industry, clothing, luxury items. 2 great stock examples would be Hilton Hotels and Ford. The fifth type of stocks are defensive stocks. So these are the opposite of cyclical stocks. Defensive stocks are typically very stable companies, and items get purchased from these companies even in recession periods. Typically, these stocks do provide a dividend, although they aren't necessarily known for their high dividend, and they aren't growing as much as a growth stock would. An example of defensive stocks would be Walmart, Target, and McDonald's. All 3 of them, even in a recession, still happen to do well. And the 6th and last type of stock is a speculative stock. Basically, the fundamentals of these types of stocks don't show that they're necessarily going to have high earnings. Maybe they are brand new to the market. Maybe investors are just finding out about them. Maybe they've got a patent or trademark on a unique process or product, but the market isn't necessarily sure how they will do. Traders love these risky types of stocks because they will either win big or lose large. Sometimes they could even be penny stocks. A good example of speculative stocks at the moment are Uber and Tesla. In summary, the news and traders generally talk about growth and speculative stocks. It's because these stocks are so volatile and so exciting. You can invest in them now and in a very short time possibly see a great return. Whereas defensive stocks or blue chip stocks are a bit more boring. While they might have growth and great dividends, they don't necessarily move markets the way that growth and volatile speculative stocks do. So what type of stocks do you like investing in? Leave it in the comments below. We love chatting with you guys. Hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook at Accounting to Scale. Until the next video, your favorite CPA, Tiffany Gonzalez.